Hey guys, how you doing? You want to introduce yourselves?
Welcome to Metamorphis.
Welcome to Metamorphis. We just spent the last half hour sweating and getting loud, so please excuse me. No. Hey, good to see you guys. The Vivids. Okay, let me introduce yourselves. Let me hear you guys line up.
I'm Johnny. I play the bass.
Okay, cool.
I'm Sim. I save the face.
Nice. Okay.
I'm Gustav. I play drums.
Great. Okay. Let's see. Tell me about some stuff. What do you got going on lately?
We got a 7-inch coming out Monday or Tuesday, mostly in the UK. It's on this label called Psychic Healing Network. It's a limited run. We got shows coming up. Costa Mesa on Monday, Detroit Bar with Levitation Room. We got in 2 weeks. Here Comes the Summer at the Footsies. Got a bunch of stuff going on.
And that's that little festival that Sim's helping throw with about 15 bands playing at Footsies at Highland Park.
Okay.
Starting from 3 p.m.
Okay.
It's free, right?
Yeah, it's free.
June
Great.
29th.
Yeah.
Great. And it's a free show. 13 bands. 11 bands?
15
bands.
Yeah.
That's a full day, okay.
Yeah.
And you're putting out a compilation tape.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Lollipop Records.
On Lollipop Records.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about Lollipop. They do cassettes particularly, or what?
They're just like another like small label that puts out like my friend Alex is in a band called Drinking Flowers. They put out his stuff. They put out a lot of like I guess they're a great label, man.
Okay.
Little indie bands around LA.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this your first time putting together something like this, or?
Something like this?
Yeah.
No.
Because
Actually,
he threw the last one that was out in Long Beach.
Okay.
I think this is the fourth one, right?
Yeah, the first one was done by this guy John.
Roller.
John Roller that
Mono Records.
that does Mono Records, and then the second one was done by Warren Thomas of the Abigails, and then the third one was done by me. But before like the show came around, I got arrested and like, chilled in jail. So that one happened while I was like locked up, and then now I'm doing this one again. Hopefully I'll.
So you're on
Stay-
the
stay
fourth
on the
one.
street this time?
Yeah, stay off the streets.
Right.
Like be chill. I'll be around for this one. I will definitely.
You got a 2-week lockdown.
Yeah, I gotta make.
You got
sure.
enough TV dinners to last you until the show? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a fucking werewolf. I have to stay in, like, make sure I lock myself in my bed.
Yeah.
When the moon comes
Chained
out, I'm like,
down.
no, I want to go.
No.
I can't. I'm stuck to a radiator. That's what I have to do.
That's
But,
awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. I wanted to ask you again about the artwork on the CDs and on the vinyl.
The artwork is on the vinyl. It's this guy Ian Steele. He did a tattoo for me. He's a really good sketch artist. Like he draws. He just works, with line drawings, and I just added all these little psychedelic elements to it. The eye and stuff. I usually have like weird occult symbols. I like to float those in there just for really no good reason. But for a pretty good reason. Like actually, you know what hypersexual is? Like Grant Morrison, like he'll do stuff. But I don't know. I don't know if you ever seen.
Maybe for our viewers you could explain, but yeah, I'm hip to it.
Well, okay. So like I'm into like weird occult shit like that.
Okay.
Like using the eye or like it's just it's weird. It's
Okay.
weird. It's cool. So I
Okay.
just do
I'm going to
that.
have to
Dropping some of
inspect
the-
your artwork a little closer, it sounds
All
like.
your product, you're
Yeah.
putting some of that in there, slipping it in around the edges.
Slipping in the eyes.
Periphery.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are we talking the eye on the pyramid on the dollar bill? What eye? But what eye?
Slipping in the
Eye
eyes.
of Ra or something?
They put the eye of Horus.
Brown eye.
Horus, that's right, Horus. Okay. Cool.
Nice.
So tell me about you're putting this record out and it's going to Europe?
It's a UK label,
Okay.
and they're a small label. They only have like their band and this other like chick on it, but like I don't know. It seemed like a really good idea to do because our last 7-inch was put out on Downwards, and this guy Juan Mendez runs this label with this dude. Like he's this DJ called Silent Servant. Like he does kind of like dark goth house stuff, and Downwards is kind of like a gothy label. Yeah, this will be our second 7-inch. That was the first one, and then
So it's a house label?
It's
and
kind of a
you guys
Downwards-
come into that?
no, Downwards is more of like I don't know, like
Dark wave, goth.
Yeah, so our earlier stuff was a
So
little
they'll
bit,
do rock and this no wave stuff and
our earlier stuff was really kind of dark wavy.
Dark
It
wave,
was more
okay.
like the Chameleons and shit. Like
Okay,
I was more into
Chameleons.
that, and I kind of like got away from that as like, you know what's really ironic is that we were in a band together and it was really more of a garagey like punk band, and I was like, well, I kind of want to do a little bit of shoegaze. Like as that band was breaking up, I was like, well, maybe I'll just do a left turn, and I started doing that shit, and then I got bored of that and went literally right back to doing this kind of stuff. So like a lot of this stuff now sounds a little bit more, you know, punk inspired, because I feel like I have a better bass player that can like, because when I started writing the shit
Agreed.
myself, I really couldn't play that well, and
Okay,
I was like,
okay.
oh well, I'll just do the simple shit.
Right.
You know, like the names, like they had simple bass lines, I would just copy their shit.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, so now it's like more like angular and a little bit more aggressive kind of
Okay.
with this stuff. So
Okay. Great.
Are you guys,
Go ahead.
we talked a little bit off camera, but I thought it was interesting. What's your like schooling for music? Are you self-taught? Do you formally trained? We talked a little about it.
I'm self-taught pretty much. As far as like learning how to play the bass is probably from watching this dude play, because I've just been around him as a musician for so long. So I kind of figured out like, oh, you can actually move your hand around. You don't have to like. That's how you kind of like.
That's legal?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually move your hand around the fretboard. That's weird. That's just weird. But as far as like being taught anything, I've only been in like choir and glee club and shit when I was younger. Like I was always in like singing shit.
Oh, great.
So that's about. I think I took a guitar class once in college and kind of started getting stoned and dropped out of it. I mean, I'm not really that great of a guitarist to begin with, so it's just kind of like, I'll just keep on doing what I
Do we have some? Can we drum up some Glee Club pictures from
Oh shit!
dark
I hope
secrets
not.
from your past
I
and
thought
kind of
I
stuff?
thought I murdered that entire club, so that would never come out. Now, okay. I
That
don't
would be
know.
adorable. Sim and
Shit.
Glee.
A little bow tie.
Fuck you! I wore bow ties. I actually did.
I didn't even know that.
You don't need to know. Oh man, now you know.
And tomorrow he'll remind you.
He owns a bow tie. I actually went to a wedding and borrowed one from some.
There you go. Yeah, who's to talk now,
Man, I
man?
love my bow tie.
That's great. Tell me a little bit about history. I know you've been with the band for a while, and you just started a couple years ago. Tell me
right.
how this all happened.
Well, I've been only with the band for like 2 years as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started out with a completely different lineup before.
But you've been playing together.
Yeah, we were in a
In
couple
one-
other bands before, along the years, but after UV Lights, we just kind of fizzled out and we went our own ways. And eventually a spot opened up for the bassist, was kind of flaking on them or whatever, and I just kind of jumped in and kind of became permanent after a while.
Yeah, this is the strong. This is for like, if I could stick with this lineup for the rest of the, however long this band is gonna, I would be fucking ecstatic, because like this is pretty much the strongest lineup there's guys that were like really willing to like be down for this shit, but at the same time they didn't have like the chops. They couldn't do a lot
Okay,
of things.
right.
And they couldn't like maybe take a certain direction, or they couldn't like. If I would suggest something, it's like, well, I can't do that. That's beyond like.
Oh.
I'm like, oh well, fuck.
Then we're not
I
doing
guess
this.
now I guess I'm gonna write a different song for you to your skill level, and I don't have to do that with these guys.
Right.
They can do anything.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, you guys are a tight little unit. So, absolutely.
Thank
Yeah. And a guy who knows how to work a fretboard. Nice
You're
bass
doing
player.
some,
Yeah,
you're doing
good
some
work.
interesting stuff with chords. You don't see
Yeah.
too many bass players throwing that many, not in rock, that many chords. There's always a danger it might get muddy or whatever, but I feel like you're making it work. It's part of your
Cool.
sound. Yeah. Is that something you've always had? Just you start on guitar first, or?
Well, I mean, all this stuff is written by Sim, so that's his part of it, and I just kind of...
But like I said, I don't want to like throw it back to him, but I only really even understood like what you could do with the bass by watching him fucking play, and he's fucking like on some weird Mike Watt shit. Like he's fucking
Yeah,
good.
agreed.
And it's like, so I'll record shit, and it's hard for me. It would be hard for me to do what he does through a whole fucking set, and I'll just punch shit in. When I record, I'll just punch things in, and then the next part's really hard, so I'll just like punch out and just do that part, then punch back in again, and then. But he can do it
All the way through.
all the way through, and
Right.
that takes some like wrist muscles I don't really possess. I don't think at all.
And I started off as a guitarist, so when I just kind of merged into bass, I was always... I don't want to say I was trying to do like guitar gymnastics back in the day, but I was always trying to be really busy on bass.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff just kind of helped me out for this project. Just being able to kind of play like a guitarist on bass or whatever. You know?
You're pretty melodic, so I could see where that's coming from a guitar player standpoint.
Yeah.
Sure. Excellent. Yeah. Yeah, and you work really well with Gustav. You guys are quite a good little unit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
really nice, quick beats and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Killer.
And you got a
Yeah.
drummer who's singing. You don't see that so
Yeah,
often either.
that's
It's like
awesome.
a-
And he
That's
has
very
the hook.
impressive.
No,
Yeah.
no, or what is it? Can you do it? Can you do it? Acapella version?
No, don't do that. Don't do.
I'm
No,
not allowed to do that.
you're not.
Right on.
I was in choir too.
You're not-
There you go.
allowed
Don't
to
mess
do
with
that.
him. All right.
choir boys over here.
Yeah. Right.
And I mean, I can't. I mean, I'm self-taught. Like you guys were asking him earlier, I can't. Even to this day, if they tell me, "Oh, it's on the C,"
Uh-huh.
I would just. I don't know why it bores me to death to try to learn like things. Anything like that just turns me off. So just I always usually just play by ear.
Play by ear.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just hear it and you know where A
Yeah.
is and you go for it. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
yeah. Excellent. Excellent. Well, cool guys. Yeah. Let's call it a wrap. This is good. Let's have some drinks and call it a night.
Yeah.
Sounds
Thanks
good.
for
Good,
coming
good
down.
rocking. Thank you so much.
Thanks
yeah.
for having us.
Yeah,
Appreciate
cool.
everything you guys did.
Okay.
It was
Cool,
a good
yeah.
experience.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Success on your new release. Absolutely.
The
Wait,
Vivids.
before we go, UK release. Are we talking European tour?
No.
Come on, dude. Let's go to Europe. Let's make
By
this
Skype,
happen.
Might as well ask
maybe?
him
Play a
to
couple
hit the
shows by
lottery.
Skype.
Skype.
Yeah, we'll Skype tour that.
Fucking Skype.
Silent stream.
Tour.
The Vivids.
They'll play us in bars.
Yeah.
Pubs.
Pubs. Yeah. Yeah.
Pubs.
Yeah. What are your manners, dude?
Great. Okay. Well, yeah. Cool. Have a great night, you guys. You guys are rocking. Congratulations on a new release, and yeah, thank you so
All right.
much for coming
Happy
down.
to have you
Thanks,
here.
fellas.
Cool.
Good night.
All right.